Hi, this is Alvaro Carrasco, and this is part 0 of working with actors in Unison. And it's part 0 because we'll just be doing setup. We'll install Unison and get a hold of the actor library. So the easiest way to install Unison on a Mac is to use brew. And first we have to add the Unison tab, which is Unison web /Unison. And then we can install Unison. Unison language. Okay, and that gives us access to the UCM command, which stands for Unison Codebase Manager. And there it is. Okay, next we'll create a location for us to write Scratch files. So we need to start with just an empty directory. And we'll call it Unison Scratch. And from there, I will start Visual Studio Code. Okay, and next I'll install the Unison extension. It's this one, the Unison language. It's installed. So next, I will open the terminal and I will run the UCM tool from here. Okay, so first thing it does, it prompts us to create a project. So we'll do project create. And since I didn't specify a name, it picks one at random for us. It looks like it picked Marvelous Ferret, which is it works for me. And it's also downloading the base Unison library as a dependency of this project. I'm placing it in the lib namespace. Okay, looks like it finished, and if I do ls from within this shell, I can see that there's a lib directory, lib, and there's the base library. Okay, next let's create a Scratch file. So a Scratch file is just a place where I can type code before I add it to the code base. And to make sure it's working okay, in this Scratch file I will add a watch expression. So it's just a Unison expression that can be evaluated on save. And I can see that the UCM tool picked it up and it gives me the result. Okay, next let's just create a hello world function. And you can see that UCM picks it up and it tells me that I can add it. First I'm just gonna run it, or run hello world. Okay, looks good. So I will add it to the code base. At this point I can delete it from the Scratch file because it's part of our code base. And if I do ls on the UCM shell, I can see that there's now a term called hello world that I can view. And if I want to edit it, I can just say edit hello world, which brings it back to our Scratch file. Okay, next thing, we'll want to get a hold of the actor library. So we can grab that from the by going to the Unison website. Ecosystem, and here are all the libraries are public. I will search for actor, and there's my library. I want to use it, and I want to use it as a dependency of the project that I'm currently working on. So I copy this command back to Studio Code, and I just paste it onto the Unison shell. And this will pull the code base into the lib namespace of my project. And this can take a few minutes, so we'll just wait until it's done. Okay, looks like it's done. So if I now list the contents of the lib namespace, I can see the actor library alongside the base library, which means I can now use it. And autocomplete on Visual Studio is able to pick it up. Let's call it start. And looks like we have our first actor. And that concludes the setup, and you're ready to watch part 1. See you then.